Thank you for watching this video. Yourself Anand. This is my second video of SQL Joins. So in previous video, I covered left joint, right joint, inner joint, full outer joint. So these are the joints I covered in last video. So those who haven't watched that video, so I'll attach the video and I button. So if you get to it, even now I can able to see the video link on the top. So you can click and you can watch it. After that, you can watch this video because it is a follow-up video, part 2 of SQL Joins. So, okay. So, we'll directly get into the topic. Our topic is all about cross join and self join. So, essentially, the cross join we also call it as a Cartesian join. So, it will combine both the tables. Just a minute, I'll connect the database first. Suppose we can connect it. I'll show the table first. So we'll have an idea how to use it. So these are the tables we're going to use for these two joints, cross join and self join. The Cartesian join, cross join we call it as a Cartesian join. So for cross join, what we'll do is so you can able to see here right ID. So this is the primary key of this table. So same ID will be used in the other table, but we'll call it as foreign key. So as I mentioned in the last video, so primary key and foreign key, how it is used. How it is used to connect the tables in two tables or two or more than two or more tables. Okay, so what we'll do here is for the cross join is for one ID, so we can able to show all those four entries in the other table. So it is not like it will be connected only with this ID alone. So it will simply show for one entry, will show all the other entries in the other table. So likewise for second, third, fourth, fifth. So this is how the cross join works. So I'll show the example, show the output here. So we'll give an alias name here. Every time try to go with the step-by-step process, only then you can able to go with the flow. Sometimes if you need to select some extra column names in the select statement, so it won't be any issue. So you can remove and you can add. But if you are going with a single line, so without any spaces, the second line, so if you are not using the second line, step-by-step process, sometimes you'll get stuck with it. So where to move and where to start with, so you'll get confused. So, to avoid that confusion, so go with the step-by-step process, so you can able to have an idea about it. So what are things we were using the table, the select statement, how it works. So step-by-step process will be good when working on SQL queries. Join. So simply you'll mention the other table also. So give alias name. Oh. We are mandated to give a semicolon. We'll be selecting the select statement and then we will execute. See the output here. For one ID, sorry, for one entry, you can able to see all other entries. 1, see 2, 3, 4. Okay. It will show a difference with all other tables too. See it. For one, so we need to have 1, 2, 3, 6, right? For 1, 2, 3. Well, just a minute, I'll go to the files here, complete the order by. Now is three. For one, we have all other entries of other table. Like it's 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is our cross-join nodes. You can ask me where we'll be using cross-join. There are scenarios like you can able to need to check on other tables as well, but not with an ID. So we don't have any IDs in other table. This is a foreign key in this table to that table. So to avoid that confusion, to know about how many entries were reflected for this one entry in one table. So we'll be using this one and we'll be going with the count. So sometimes we'll be throwing the count for this one. So like in upcoming sessions, I'll be explaining in deep about these concepts. So this is a basic one. So I'll be explaining this the simple example so that you'll have an idea how to use it. So later part, some complex question and some complex question and answer I'll be coming up with. So you'll have a better idea how in a real world scenarios when we use it for study. So I hope I will be clear with this project now. So now, okay. So we move to self-join. Self-join is all about joining within self. Just a minute. So it's a table. So we're going to use it. What we'll do is we'll be connecting this table within this table itself. So using this primary key. Okay, so instead of going with the definition, I'll show the output. So you'll have a better understanding about it. Let's start from. So for the self join, it is mandated to mention the alias name. Because in the last part, you can able to see we have used two different tables. Okay, so even if you are mentioning the same name again, without using alias name, if you are mentioning the same table name here, this table name here and dot ID, it'll show the output. But here, we're using the same table. For joining also, we'll be using the same table. Why, why I'm using this left join here is whatever the join you can able to use it, you can use it. But the self join, what it will show is the things which are common. There it will be common, like we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will be connected with the same table again with the same IDs. So it will show an output of same. Okay, so it is not mandatory like you have to use left join alone or right join alone. It's not like that. You can use both the joins. But if you are using the same table, so for connecting it, so what it will show here is so it will show the output of combining both the tables. I mean, both the same tables. So what it do is combine both the tables and show an output of it. Okay. So if you are without using the alias name, if you're mentioning the customers, and again if you are using the same customer name here, so sometimes if you are using order by connecting it, it'll get confused which table name you have to use. After from the table name you mention customer and join means the same table name again. So if you're using the same table name again and again and using it for order by, so it get confused which table we have to go for the order by. Okay. So in that case, wait a minute, I'll show with an error. Okay. So I'm just simply mentioning it. It's not mandatory like we'll be using order by for this serve join. See you. Order by. Okay. I'll tell you the order by. See you. Incorrect syntax near customers. Okay. So it show error like the customers use here is wrong. So if you are mentioning C here and U here. So as I told before, we have to connect with an ID. Anyway, we're going to use the same one, ID. I'm trying to show what if we're not using the alias name. See here. Distinguish them. So this distinguish is all about we have to show the difference of the mentioned table name. So for that reason, we're using alias here. It's not mandatory, like you have to mention as and then you have to mention alias name. So simply you can able to mention it. No issues using it. So see. See here. So same table is shown again. It's just combined with the one after other. So this is how the self join works. So whatever the entries you have in one table, it will be attached with the other. Right side output, and it show the same output. So there is no extra like it will be showing a null in this way or in this way. So it is not like that. There won't be any nulls when using left join. Sorry, using self join. But the reason for using the self join here is sometimes in a company, like people are working. So we have a manager, we have a TL, and we have employee. Okay. At the time, so we have what the employee ID, they have unique employee IDs will be there. So an example to show. So I'll explain. Okay. So self-join we will use here is so we have a employee ID for all the employees who are working in the company. Okay, so within that employee itself, we have manager, we have TL, and we have employees too. The people who are working under TL. Okay, so sometimes what we'll do is we'll be connecting manager ID and then employee ID. Right. First, the manager ID will also be falling under employee ID. So we have different tables for manager. We have different tables, and complete employee ID we have different tables. To find that, so we'll be having self job. So we'll be connecting it. So what are the manager ID just which is falling under employee ID so to show that to show that output alone. So the people, the employees in a company who are in a position of manager. Find that we'll be using this one. So this is how self-join works. So within the table itself, we have a ID, employee ID as well as the manager ID, whoever they belongs to, or a TLI. So for to find out the designation of the people who are as a manager working in a company with an employee. So within a single table, we have a employee ID as well as we have a what is a manager ID. So this is a manager ID which is like the employee ID which is working under the manager ID, but this ID manager ID is also an employee ID. So the format will be same. So it will be showing like this. So once you are connecting the table, same table with the same table again with the left join using this self join concept. So it will show the output of people who are in a manager position. Okay. I hope you will be having some clear idea how it works. So if you have any doubt, you can mention in the comment section. I'll be explaining those things in next video. Thank you. Thank you for watching this. Bye.